Hello there, and thank you for joining me again. My name is Flux, and we're on Chapter 14, False Friends. Yep, that is totally okay. So, where we last left off, our buddies here are gonna go talk to some of their old friends, quote-unquote friends, as you can tell maybe by the title of the chapter. I'm not sure if you're keeping up with us, that we're gonna get a little bit of a backstabberino from some of our friends. And yeah, ultimately the preparations aren't too bad for this chapter. Won't go too far into it. The one thing I think I am going to change here, however, is it may not be much, but I'm going to trade this guy to Hector, and then trade Matthew singularly used to Elwood. I don't see Matthew doing too much combat on this chapter. He's pretty much just going to be here to be possibly a rescue friend. Anywho, let's go ahead and check out the map, make sure everyone's in position. I'm going to go relatively quick and talk as I do my actions for this strategy, because this chapter, presuming how long we stay on it, will get a little bit slow, as around chapter 5, they go ahead and introduce rain, which dramatically reduces just how much movement everyone gets. Even flying units, it really is terrible. Flying units still have really good movement, just like Cavaliers. I don't remember, actually. We'll have to check off the top of my head. I just know Flyers at least get 3 in the rain. And not being hindered by forests could be very helpful in the middle area. So, we have a couple friends here. Urk. I'll talk about him in a few moments, but overall, we're going to recruit him. Urk's best friends with our good pal, Sarah here, and as much as she pisses him off to hell and high water, he respects our cause and will join us if we talk to him with her. We are also being flanked by many guys here. That check formation screen is a little bit misleading because it does that too. And so, my strategy here is I'm going to basically send Bartray, I'm going to send Oswin, and I'm going to send Dorcas all right here in a nice little line, and their goal is they're going to wipe out this whole entire row. Everyone else here has a pretty flat-out job. This chapter can be hard for people to handle their first time around on Hector Hardmode, mostly because it demands a lot of you on turn 2 that you don't really understand that you need. Every character, with the exception of maybe Matthew, has a place on this chapter. As you can see, first turn, we use our best favorite lord, Hector here, just to kill someone that's in the way of Marcus, delivering our good friend Sarah to our buddy Urk. We want to be smarter about this. We want to keep Lowen as close to the combat as possible. And because we have some Peg Knights down here, they're going to be making their way all the way up. We're going to keep Rebecca really tight and safe up here, and keep all our units hugging this top area. We want to incentivize every one of these enemy units to our left to basically be not anywhere near those to the right. We don't want to give Bartray, Dorcas, and Oswin any chance of being flanked by everyone going across that little bridge. More importantly, we don't want those more weak units in the top there near hugging the northernmost bridge. We don't want them being surrounded by the Peg Knights either. Mostly because of weapon triangle advantage against some of our swordsmen, as well as, well, being doubled, as well as fighting some of the stronger mercenary type enemies is not an easy task. And as we can see, Lowen's doing pretty good going front mano-a-mano with them, but he can't do it all by himself. We're easily going to have to send Marcus down there to help. And so, turn 1, this is great. Our 3 units right here have taken out the whole line of soldiers, which is fantastic, only leaving the knight, and this is going to help. The next part of our strategy to help for turn 2, we're going to get Urk unlocked because we've brought in Sarah all the way over, and she can start her turn off by talking to Urk. This is the next character we're going to get, Priscilla. She has really good gross. She's probably going to be one of the best units in the game, if not, like, for the fact Marcus is so good and like a couple others are really good. There's just too many good units in this game later on. So we're going to start off doing our daily duty of getting Urk. Oh my gosh, Urk, it's been so long. Alright, Urk's really powerful. Let's look over his stats real quick. 7 speed for a level 1 is pretty good. The fact that he has 5 magic and attacks resistance is also really good. Compared to the other magic user, he has 2 defense starting off, which I guess, you know, shrug. 1 less damage whenever he's being attacked, but frankly, you don't want him being attacked. I am going to do this little thing. So we know Urk is probably going to kill this knight. He has a 69% chance to hit, and there's a little bit of avoidance being on a village. We're just going to go ahead and visit the village immediately with Urk. It also saves him the hassle of being anywhere near these archers that are south of Lowen at the moment. And this is where we've done 2 really good things. We've gotten all these units right here, hovered at the top, and we've gotten a nice line of soldiers, and we've isolated most of the big threats. What we're going to make sure we do now is that both Lowen and Marcus are able to advance as well as kill these archers. Next turn, we don't want Urk having any chance of being attacked. And in general, let's just take out the 2 range attacking units. Lowen, that's your favorite level up to get on recordings, isn't it? Okay, let's go over here. It's unfortunate I don't have an iron axe, but I debated or iron axe and iron lance, but I debated whether or not it'd be more useful to have the axe or the lance, and I determined that the lance is not as useful since Marcus is going to be having to face a lot of pirates, and I much prefer having a sword and axe for that part. So, Bartray is the weak card here. What I want to be able to do is move Bartray all the way up into this corner so he can participate in helping kill this knight, but not quite be in the way to be hit by those peg knights. Those peg knights are so fast that unless Bartray leveled up speed, he would be doubled. And because he didn't, he will be doubled by them, meaning we want to keep his happy carcass safe and protected. We are going to move Oswin over, and we're going to move Dorcas over for 2 purposes. A, we want to lead this Pegasus Knight to be able to advance but not hit Merlinus. And we want this guy, where is he going? Alright, he can't hit any Bartra anywhere near here, so I'm just going to send Dorcas a bit back. And yeah, I'm going to just send Dorcas all the way back here. Perfect. Guy can't participate in combat this turn. That is okay. Ultimately, he doesn't have to. What we do want to do, however, is we want to protect Sarah, and I think the best way we go about that is doing like so. We're going to make a iron axe holding Hector right there, rapier there, and because there's new 2-tile attackers, because we took care of all the archers and did our due diligence, we don't have to worry about the likes of Ellawood or Hector, who has weapon triangle disadvantage, taking multiple hits, and we don't have to worry about Rebecca or Matthew's position for the time being, and they have kind of a few turns to relax, which is really nice. This chapter is really rough if you kind of, that makes it a little bit rough too. We'll see what happens. I always get a little bit blessed whenever Urk hits that second double, because it's almost always a situational will Urk kill the knight turn 1 or not, and he did not. Nice. That sucks a little bit, but that's okay. Guy is really fast. Yeah, there we go. Guy is doubling these people. That's the one thing that's good about Guy's bases. He's so good to just double on and do everything. We'll see how good he gets. We'll see his levels. Sometimes his speed levels up fast, so fast that even though his other stats don't get too crazy good, he's able to do similar damage to Myrmidons and double them, so he at least competes and does better. It's just not spectacular. And as many Fire Emblem players know, you want to be spectacular. Yeah, this is perfect position for at least Bartray. These Peg Knights having a healing AI means the second they take damage, their first instinct is, if they don't die on this player phase, is they're going to run away, no matter, even if they have a chance to kill, I believe. So we want to make use of the likes of Bartray with a ranged attack to try and get some kills going on. He got a really nice level. It's just a damn shame he didn't get a point into speed. Let's go ahead, and Dorcas can't participate in any more substantial kills, so he's just gonna move down here, make forward progress towards the goal. Oswin's back in the fight. That was actually very well cleaned up. So the big issue here, as we can all imagine and see, is that we need to get Urk out of a corner. And so thankfully, Urk actually hits this really easily. So I'm not going to worry about it. Technically, if you want the safest option, you try with Hector first. Awesome, this archer is a problem, so we have, you know what we have to do? We have to do our due diligence. And we're gonna be careful not to trigger this Cavalier. Will that trigger the boss? I believe that does trigger the boss, so don't do that. And if it doesn't, please comment down below. Teach me something about this game I love. Perfect. So let's go ahead and use Rebecca. Let's see if she can chip this guy. Would have laughed if Rebecca got a crit. Oh, first level, first level. Alright, she got strength. I'm cool with it. Nothing wrong with it. Perfect. Keeping Ellawood topped off on these early chapters are so quintessential. Until he gets a few points of defense or some like kind of strength to make it so he one-rounds enemies and doesn't always put himself in terrible positions. Like, Ellawood is such a like nail-biting character to use. We are gonna send Marcus all the way down though. We want I don't believe Marcus will need a vulnerary. I think he's gonna be able to handle all these units just fine. There we go, much better. Sometimes if these pirates get really lucky and hit on the really low percent chance, it really sucks. But this isn't Fire Emblem 6, so you don't have to worry about things always missing. At least nowhere near as badly. Ooh, Hector, unneeded critical, but I appreciate you. Ooh, showing off the big guns, Hector. Alright, he has 4 HP, he has 1 HP. So we're going to give one of these kills actually to Matthew because there's an opportunity to do so. And the main reason I make an argument to do this later down the line a few times here or there is because you do want Matthew to get a couple levels. Specifically because you want his speed stat to grow high enough to steal some quintessential items, say like the guiding ring that's going to make itself apparent in the next few chapters. Well, yeah, it's going to be a moment till we get there, but we are going to get there, and it's going to be very important that we get it. One of our early characters that we acquire, Kanos, is going to be very happy to see that guiding ring. In fact, after seeing like people like Mecha play with Kanos, just even in like a negative growth, it's kind of scary how good of a unit he is just promoting him immediately at level 10. I probably won't do that per se. I'll probably do it like level 11 or 12, but I'm still gonna very early promote Kanos. He's just too good not to give him early staff ranks. Is there anyone he can participate in a fight with? Nope, that's okay. Alrighty. So we're going to get out of this corner and regroup Bartra with the healers. Same with Dorcas. They're slowly getting pinned down with a bit of damage. We're going to send Oswin also really close and far up because we want him to be in this herd of Cavalier. We're going to double check and do our due diligence of making sure there's no Armor Slayers. I believe it's just the Horse Slayer on the boss Eric because we haven't turned up the critical difficulty yet in this game. Let's actually start doing something to Rambling. So he will reach all the way to that little corner. I'm going to go ahead and keep moving and equip my axe because this guy with Iron Sword doesn't do too much damage. I can afford Weapon Triangle disadvantage. Marcus is also really accurate, so yes, let's keep going. Okay, we're going to go ahead and be cheeky. Alright, didn't work. That's fine. That worked. And once again, we're going to try giving this kill to Matthew, see if we get ever close to that level. So the next kill we actually give Matthew, we'll give him a level, and that'll get his speed to what? Presuming he levels speed, he will get a 12 speed. I think the speed I need is like 13 to get the guiding ring, and I'm not sure if that boss can actually have random rolls on how good the HP gets. Or HP, wow, speed. Some bosses have a few fluctuating stats depending on how Hardmode rolls their levels, apparently. I don't know every character's possible level starts, fluctuations, but I know some of them for the early levels, especially for like Hector Hardmode, the first couple chapters, because there's very frequent, as you can imagine, benchmarks that are very noticeable since you have very flat stats, and the fluctuation of your first levels being in strength, speed, defense, these core critical stats that let you either attack twice, take less damage from multiple attackers, or do more damage on every single attack that help, especially if you double. Any singular point or two can really affect, say, like Matthew's chance to live, or Hector's even in chapter 12. So let's see. It's turn 5, if I recall, and that means the rain is out, and we have to go sing to the old man to go snoring, because Eric is now going to be very upset and decide to start charging with all his units. We're going to make a little bit of forward progress and do our best to kill some of these units as they approach in the rain before Eric can help them, keeping everyone topped off as possible. We do have some more Peg Knights coming in, and that's something we do need to be very careful about. The strategy, however, we are going to employ is a very wise one, and by wise, I mean we're just going to let Merlinus die. It's going to take the Peg Knights to give a couple rounds to get there, and we're just going to let him die. We're going to move Dorcas up here so he can help with that situation going on, same with Rebecca. But we're going to let Merlinus bite the dust here. Frankly, the reason why we do this is because it's just so much simpler. He comes back every single time the map, just the chapter resets. There is a point into kind of keeping him alive. You do want him to get XP and gain levels, because at one point he turns into a really cute wagon that is in the future promoted in Fire Emblem 6. Future with big quotations, because it's the story future, not the actual timeline that came out in, like, you know, gosh, what's the word? In retail. Eric has the Horse Slayer. It's not too crazy powerful, but we do want to be careful to make sure Lowen's not, like, half HP. Oh, wow. That's really bad accuracy. Okay, so what we're going to do here is move Lowen, attack with the Javelin. It's really crappy accuracy, but, do we want to do that? I think there's an argument for doing this first. Oh, yeah. So, even if that didn't hit, that's not too bad. Getting Hector in the middle of this nonsense is very good, very good. Again, getting Oswin really close is really good. We are going to move some of these units down here. As much as they may not be wanting to fight the Cavalier squad, it's very important that they participate in... where are you? Yeah, let's just try it. Nope, didn't happen. That's okay. It's really important to just keep all these units together and not leave anyone slinking too far off behind. What also matters is that we start using some vulneraries, and I don't think I have any in here. So, post note, keep vulneraries on these dudes. They're going to be very important. But that's okay, as we're still going to make the best of it and keep all our units together and still be smart about this to give all our units the best chance of living. Marcus will not be helping us during this mid-encounter, but I don't think it is 100% necessary. I did not have a Javelin equipped. That's unfortunate. So Oswin is going to be our best friend here and take this boy out. Or it's going to be Hector. And I'm thinking, actually, I want it to be Hector. Why do I want it to be Hector? Well, our buddy Eric can attack this tile. I'll be able to get avoidance. I'll be able to do multiplicative damage because I have the Wolf Beil equipped, which is great against infantry. Hector's just going to get a lot of attacks this turn onto him. What's his defense? Sitting at 10 defense. We're looking at 15 attack, 15, that's 510. Make that 8 because of weapon triangle, plus 3, 11. Yeah, Hector's totally freaking fine. That's a force tile, so we're good. And he can't attack that force tile. Awesome. You always want to double check. You always want to double check. Perfect. Now then, these two friends are going to help take out these guys. It's a bit safer. Oh, well, that also works too. Thank you, Guy. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Alright, Dorcas needs to get some work done on this guy, because I would like to keep Merlinus alive to get a level. It may not be exactly possible, but we'll see. I'm going to see if I can't influence the Peg Knight, however, to attack Rebecca instead of Merlinus, because Rebecca's a unit that can die. It might be more influenced to do so. I'm also going to be very careful with moving these units, but I do want them in the general vicinity so they can help kill the Peg Knight, since I don't have Sarah to help heal them. And there's still more coming. Still more coming. Yeah, I think I have the ability to be a little bit aggressive with Matthew because how fast he is. Alrighty. There's an argument to have me enter the village this turn and get Priscilla on the map, and I'll talk about her when she gets onto the map. But I also think there is a better argument to just making sure that Bandit dies. You've always been an eyesore to me. Hector's beautiful though. Don't talk to him that way. Don't make him judgment. Like, oh, sorry. Don't make him self-conscious. That's what I'm aiming for. Ooh, Marcus. Making me jittery with the crits. Sweet, sweet, delicious XP. Look at all that Wolf Beil XP. Now Hector's trying to win my love now with these crits. Come on, Hector, give me one more crit. One more crit. Aw, boo. Alright. Good to know that it prefers killing Merlinus than it does Rebecca. Aw. Hey! Perfect. Hey! More strength. Hector's so strong. And it's not depressing anymore. Very nice. Sweet. Bum 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 bum. Again? I don't know again. Maybe. Maybe now. Maybe no. Priscilla. Oh my gosh, I love her. She starts at level 3 with 16 HP and 3 defense. Oh my goodness. She actually has more defense than Uruk, which is really funny. I guess, you know, being on a horse gives you privileges a little bit. Not to mention the privilege of having 7 movement. I love this class. It's basically the cleric, but good. Or, sorry, better, because the cleric is fine enough. She actually starts off with a really good set of magic speed stats. Her resistance, nothing too shabby. I think, well, 6 isn't too crazy compared to like some who start with like 7 or 8, I guess. But 8 speed. 8 speed. Very nice starting stat to come in at. And C rank staves, very good start. You typically want to get her up to her promotion, which is amazingly good. Valkyrie is such a good class. She gets bonus combat XP because she was stuck in the Troubadour class for so long. Honestly, it's one of the best route choices she can make. I love it so much. Awesome. So, order of operations. We go here. And I think we take care of this Myrmidon real quick, or as best we can. Yeah, let's do that. We want to make sure that guy doesn't get a chance to attack Hector too much, because with Hector wielding axes, that's a crap ton of damage waiting to happen. We do, however, want to prep this soldier to give one last kill to Matthew. I value this a lot more than some people say to value it, or at least that I've come to hear, but like, see, that one speed is all I really want. That's what I want. I need him to be able to just basically steal any item I want. If I see it, I get it. That's how I want to play this game. So Bartra can do this. It's technically risky, but I'm looking at a 92% chance. Very nice. Meaning Rebecca can do this, which is a pretty safe chance. And Dorcas can finish off the last of them quite easily. I trust that. There we go. Some defense, alright. You know, Dorcas has shaped up to have some pretty okay stats for being level 6. Usually Bartra has a bit more XP, but we've not been seeing a lot of great opportunities to give him some action. So, not much we can do about that. We are going to heal the heck out of Uruk, however, because we need him to get involved. We want him to get a little bit more XP. Oh, maybe we didn't need to. I thought that Peg Knight. I miscounted. Anywho, we are going to go to the vendor here. Can Gi kill this guy? I don't want to use the killing edge for it. So, let's go ahead. You know what? That's fine. Let's just spend Gi's turn doing that. I don't think he's going to take in too much more action for the rest of the map. Alrighty, so this guy has a very funny range, so I'm actually just gonna hand axe Eric a question. I'm no unsparing Wizard. Wah! Oh, nice. That was almost a full-on level. I was really happy about that. Select an item to discard. This is the really unfortunate part because Merlinus died. I am going to toss the hand axe because I value having a vulnerary at times. Not to mention, I'm rich. I don't care about it too much. However, we are going to equip Oswin here. Equip Oswin there. Put Oswin there. Let him be as useful as possible. Oh my goodness, Lowen. So good. So good. Him, Lowen. Him, Lowen. Now, the strategy is different, right? If that Cavalier instead had a Javelin. Thankfully he didn't, so I was pretty comfortable going into that trade. Gi even right here, being fairly low, still just barely fine. When you know the numbers, it doesn't turn out to be too scary, making a lot of these commitments. But when I remember watching a lot of these when I was, or maybe not a lot of these, but I remember getting, like, into watching some Fire Emblem videos when I was young, just to see how certain maps were beaten, or like what people thought were good units, or who people thought were good units, rather. It was really interesting. Oh, wow. We're just gonna brain fart that one out. I can't remember what I was going on about. Well, whoops. We're gonna keep this going. I love it. That was really rough. I'll put a little post-it. I'm certain. I'll do something. Post effects. Yeah, we'll post effect that in. But we're almost done with the enemies. We could probably just speed up the rest of this process. So I'm gonna do that. Alrighty, and I think this is about to be the map fully cleared. Lowen's about to end it for us. Well, thanks guys for joining me on this one. This was another pretty easy chapter to get going and gone, I believe. Yeah, we're finishing this up tail end of 30 minutes. Come on, Eric, get up. Yeah, get up, Eric. You sore loser. Hopefully the rest of these will do well. I've learned that prepping the chapter out and playing them a little bit beforehand just to make sure the battle strategy with my units' scores and stats is relatively solid. Yeah, thanks for watching. We're gonna see how useful Rebecca can be in next episode, because dear lord, she got a little bit of strength, and we'll see if she can tickle someone now. Bye.